What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing the preview for the Aston Villa Premier League match at home at the Etihad Stadium. So we're going to be previewing all the talking points, latest team news, predictions, team predictions, score predictions, everything you need to know about our oppositions, Aston Villa and of course Manchester City. All the good stuff. But first, before we crack on with this video, don't forget, if you're interested and you're enjoying the content, make sure you press that red button, subscribe, and press the bell, put your push notifications on. Really helps me out, helps to support my channel, and we're aiming for 5,000 subscribers. Hopefully the last time I have to say this, because we are, at the time of recording this, we might even hit it whilst I'm editing this video, we are only one person subscriber away from hitting my target of 5,000 subscribers. Thank you everyone for the continued support. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can hit that today. And don't forget also, you can check out my social media links, Twitter and Instagram, in description below and popping up on screen. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below with your score and team prediction for this game. I'm going to give you the preview. So let's first up speak about our oppositions. Aston Villa, currently sitting 12th in the Premier League, unbeaten in their last 4 games in all competitions, since losing away from home against Arsenal 3-2, and were unlucky in that game. Won their last home game at home to Brighton 2-1, thanks to a last-minute winner in the 94th minute, as Targett ended up winning the game in their last game. And in their last away game, they won 5-1 away at Norwich City, a place that we went to just a few weeks ago and lost. You know how things are. So for Aston Villa, you're looking where the dangers are. First up, we've got to be speaking about Mings. Having an excellent season, got called up for the England squad, playing at centre-back. He's a decent player. And you've also got Targett, who's having a good season too, sitting next to him at left-back. And in terms of goalkeeper, they've got England international Tom Heaton. So they've got an okay back line, really. So City, we're going to have to turn up and play well to be able to win this game, basically. We had our shooting boots on against the last game against Atalanta. We ended up being extremely clinical in that game, and we're probably going to be needing to do something similar. I've still not forgotten the match against Wolves, where we weren't good enough, in my opinion, offensively, which ended up affecting our performance defensively, and so we're needing to be able to put that right. Obviously, that was our last Premier League home game, so we're looking to rectify that and see what lessons we've learned. We know what lessons we've learned from international break, coming back. Obviously, we lost against Norwich after the last international break. Wanted to see how we responded after the next international break with an away game. Playing Crystal Palace, learnt our lessons. Didn't take us long at all to get going and end up winning that game 2-0. So it'll be interesting, considering we lost our last home game in the Premier League, how we respond to that. And it's all about learning lessons. And what I don't want to see from City here is for us to be struggling to break down the team and end up being too patient and not being aggressive enough and not being clinical enough when presented with good opportunities. So that's what we need to be aiming for. Aston Villa also got some good players, Hurahan, McGinn in the middle. We've got Wesley up top. We've got players like Lansbury too. And of course, let's not forget players like Jack Grealish too, who's having an outstanding couple of seasons with Aston Villa. So there's some difficult players there for us to be able to contend with. It's an alright team, in my opinion. They're a team that, if I'm completely honest, I expect to stay up in the Premier League. They're a good-sized club with some good players. We're going to have to play to the best of our ability here if we want to get a positive result from the game. City, in terms of our form, won our last 2 games in all competitions, won 7 of our last 8. If you want to be picky, I can say we've won 7 of our last 9, because that's obviously also including the Norwich match, but won 7 of our last 8, the only surprise coming in that match against Wolves. Potentially Aston Villa might be looking to try and rectify and recreate basically what Wolves did in that game, but there's not really the same style as what Wolves like to play. In my opinion, Aston Villa, they're a team that, to me, They need to be targeting City out wide, looking for pace, trying to run at our defence and make things happen. And they are capable of that. They're just going to have to, they're going to have to risk losing this game if they want to win the game, if you get where I'm coming from. That's how they're going to have to target the game. Atalanta did that too. They weren't scared to go toe-to-toe with us. They weren't scared to battle it out in the middle. Yes, they went 1-0 ahead and had the targets there. They did not have enough defensively about them to be able to hold us off. They continued to go at us, and obviously it allows us space, and we're able then to pick them off and score goals because we've got a lot of good quality players. For Aston Villa, I reckon they're probably going to sit slightly deeper and look to try and copy what Wolves did, where you sit deeper and attack with numbers. Wolves waited for City to tire, waited for a bit of complacency there, waited for the last 10 minutes. I'm hoping, like I said, with lessons learned, that Aston Villa aren't going to have a last 10 minutes where it's sitting at 0-0. I'm hoping that by 80 minutes we'll have at least be ahead. And hopefully then be able to build on that and, you know, just turn this into a routine home game. No disrespect to Aston Villa at all, but that's what we've got to be looking for. I mean, City, like last season, we can turn into like a machine, score 2 or 3 goals, the game's dead, then just coast up to victory. We do end up conceding a couple of goals like that, but that is kind of what City will be targeting to do, because it's a busy time. We're playing every 3-4 days, so yeah, that's what we've got to be looking for. Team news for City: Zinchenko more than likely be missing this game. He has a knock. I think he's got some knee problem or something. I'm not too sure how long he's out for, but it is a little blow for Manchester City, that's fair to say. Rodri's a blow for City as well. He's out, hamstring injury. Done this video before getting any team news properly, but we know that Rodri's going to be missing in this game, and we know more than likely, probably, my opinion, probably 2 or 3 weeks out. Is he going to be back for the Liverpool game? Probably the biggest question we've got. And also we've got Aymeric Laporte and Leroy Sané being long-term absences for Manchester City. Who are we going to go with at centre-backs? Probably the biggest discussion now for this game. Is it going to be Otamendi? Is it going to be Stones? You imagine Fernandinho is probably going to be starting. And one interesting thing to keep an eye on up front, Aguero scored twice. Pep does like Gabriel Jesus, and he has had a tendency to start some games too. Is it going to be Aguero? Is it going to be Jesus? I'll tell you my team prediction in just one moment. But first, my score prediction going for 3-0 Manchester City. I think it'll be comfortable. I don't think it'll be an easy game, but I think it'll be comfortable for us as long as we do turn up and play to the best of our ability. If we don't do that, we will be in bother and we could end up with a negative result here. So we do need to turn up. Pep knows. I mean, he's not a complacent manager. He knows, like, as long as the team turn up and play to the best of their ability, then obviously we're going to make things happen. So I'm going to pop up my team prediction now. Got for Ederson in goal, Walker right back, Cancelo left back. Don't think Mendy's going to be starting 3 games in a week, is he? Is he? Angelino, I just don't know about. I mean, I'd started him in the last game, but we've not really seen much of him. And when we have seen him play competitive games this season, he's done all right. So I don't know. I go for Fernandinho and Nicolas Otamendi, just purely because John Stones has just come back from a more long-term injury, and so I think he's just going to be eased back. Last thing we need is a John Stones out for another 4 or 5 weeks, if you know what I mean. And so, whilst I've got other players to use, I'd probably think about utilising them. As much as it pains me, I mean, I know Otamendi's not having a great season, but there we go. Going for Gundogan sitting in at defensive midfield, Kevin De Bruyne and David Silva starting in the middle, Bernardo Silva, Raheem Sterling, Sergio Aguero up front is my team prediction. I've gone for him over Gabriel Jesus, and Bernardo Silva didn't start in the last game, so I've gone for him. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if we see possibly Mahrez starting at left wing instead of Raheem Sterling, but I reckon because we've got the League Cup coming up in midweek, I reckon we'll probably see more of the rotation for that. It'll still be a strong team, but I reckon that's probably more where the rotation will come from. One note, if any player doesn't start in this game but is on the bench for Manchester City, will more than likely, I'd strongly recommend that if you wanted to do a team prediction, to include all 7 players that are on the bench for this game, for the midweek game against Southampton at home in the Carabao Cup. So there we go, that has been the preview for the game. Remember, 12:30 PM early kickoff, British summertime. Last time for a while, that, by the way. Saturday, October 26th, Etihad Stadium. We're playing before Liverpool. We've got a chance here to go 3 points behind Liverpool if we win this game. That's what we need to be doing. Liverpool are playing the next day. Got a difficult home match, albeit I'd prefer it to be at Tottenham Stadium against Spurs, but there we go. It is at Anfield instead. But we know that Spurs like to raise the game, and when they do raise the game, if they're not having a great season, can still provide good competition. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that game. Just like the Man United game, and Man United ended up picking up points off Liverpool and going into the game expecting Liverpool to win that game. So we've got to expect it. We always have to. Every time Liverpool play, they've got to expect them to win. And I imagine it's the same for them. Every time we play, they'll be expecting us to win. So it's all about just trying to pick up points and make little advantages. I feel a lot better for the Premier League now that Liverpool's dropped some points. Hopefully over the next few weeks they can drop points. This weekend would be great, and then if we can get something at Anfield, that would be fantastic too. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just start to just derail stuff and start heading in towards that big push after the international break into November, into December, and that is obviously where we're going to have a big challenge for both Liverpool and Manchester City. That's where you're going to be pushed to the limit. Liverpool, of course, in that World Club Challenge too in December, so they've going to have a hectic schedule going into December, so just keep on their tails would be my recommendation. So there we go, that's been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, subscribe if you're new around here, press that red button, press the bell, put your push notifications on, aiming for 5,000 subscribers. Fingers crossed we can hit that today. That'd be much appreciated. Don't forget also social media links in description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Leave in the comments for your score and team prediction for this game, and also don't forget, leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video because it really helps me out. And I'll see you all again for the next video. I'm not sure if I have another video up tomorrow or not. If I can find some video ideas and get one out, I will. If not, I'll have an analysis up on this game on Saturday afternoon sometime after the game, so make sure you stay tuned for that and go check that out. Go check out my other videos. Got a match vlog from the last game against Atalanta. If you want to go and check that out, leave a link to that at the end of the video, and go check out all my other videos too if you so wish. And I'll see you all again for the next video. So it's been JSGC. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.